Go. All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our Monday call. We're so excited to be here with you on another Monday to share with you what I believe is one of the most amazing opportunities out there from a health perspective. And also, we're going to be talking about some income towards the end of the platform program, because the star of the show, my friends, is the product. And this is the reason why I get so excited to be sharing with you over the next hour what this product has done for me and so many other people in such a short period of time. So this company is called Timol, a company that you're going to learn about. Been going for a good couple of decades, my friend. So it's not a new company by any stretch of the imagination. It was just new to me and new to so many of us. And we'll wonder, know more as to why you may be invited. So if you're brand new on the call tonight, somebody's obviously reached out to you because they feel there's two things on offer here. One, there's product, which everybody needs. Let's not make no mistake about it, no bones about it. Everybody needs what we have, they just don't know about it. And of course, there is an income side attached to this as well. But like I said, my friends, the star of the show is the product. Now, my name's Leroy. I'm going to be taking you through some information, some slides alongside Simone, who is very versed in this product company and knows a lot. Knows a lot. Something's kicked off in the background there. I'm going to just mute my. Sorry about that. I don't know if you heard that. I do trade the market, so something kicked off that shouldn't have heard. So we have a health issue, major issue going on, my friends, right? And on a Monday, I get to start the week talking about this very thing. In fact, I was literally out just not too long ago, and I was gonna pass this food joint and get something like what you see on the left hand side. All right, so I do like to divulge into those, what we call these acidic foods, these junk foods and stuff like that from time to time. But it does cause a major problem that we're seeing in the fabric of people's health, whether we like it or not. These foods are pretty much bankrupt of any nutrition, despite what they might put on the labels and try and think that you're getting the most healthiest burger in the world. You're not. And so the other flip side we're going to talk about is the modern lifestyle of like just buying, your greens. You go out, getting your kale, your broccolis, all those things that you want. And unfortunately, again, it's attacked. It's sprayed to death. We've got pesticides. The soil is depleted of any nutrients like what it used to have many years ago. And so it's almost like a battle on two different scales. You've got people that would have never even put a French fry in their mouth, and and the other people on the other side who are getting the best of the best, you would say, of their greens. But again, they're not getting the maybe all the nutrients and the benefits from it because of what's happening, where it's more profit more than people. That's what the environment that we're in right now. And so ideally you would want to be looking at something where you get all the benefits, all the different colors of the rainbow on your plate. You've got your good mix, your antioxidants, all the nutrients that you can get from these naturally grown products, right? Not what they're putting in a lab these days and serving it up and say, oh, it's just like real food, or it's just like real vegetables. If it's not the real thing, it's not the real thing. If it's not got a seed in it, then it's not what it should be. And that's another debate that we're going to be talking about. But ultimately, my friends, is that we're going to be discussing what happens in the body. Now, it's funny enough, I was listening to a radio program the other day, and this word came up called hypoxia. Now, I never heard of hypoxia. I never heard of acidosis. And this gentleman here in 1931, my friends, now pop quiz. Do you believe in 1931, where this gentleman, his thesis was on the primary cause and prevention of cancer? Okay. And do you believe, absolutely no problem, do you believe in your wildest imagination that there would be more of an issue back in 1931 than there is right now with cancer? Okay. Now we're going to be talking about health on this call, and you can't deny it. We've got a big issue around, some people want to call it the C word, around cancers, right? Now, acidity. This gentleman here, he won this Nobel Prize, and he back in 1931. I just want you to really get this. 1931, he coined this whole thing around the metabolism of tumors. You know, Otto Heinrich Warburg, he demonstrated that all forms of cancer develop due to two basic conditions: acidosis, which is acidity of the blood, and like I mentioned, hypoxia, lack of oxygen. I had no idea that those two things are such an important, the combination of those things are such an important to our bodies and our cells. Okay, and our cells is what we're going to really dive into. I knew the fact that we need to be more alkaline, more than acidic, but I had no idea the importance of your what you're taking into your cells need to have oxygen. And he goes on to say, hey, cancerous tissues are acidic tissues, healthy ones are alkaline tissues. So with that said, my friends, I'm also going to introduce you to something else that's what's going on in our bodies, and something that we need to obviously deal with. So too much of anything, my friends, is a challenge. We have an excess amount of free radicals running around in our bodies. And so for those of you who may not be familiar, free radical is an isolated oxygen atom. In excess of that, it becomes harmful to our bodies. So we want to have proper oxygen in our cells. This what it looks like when you've got a healthy cell. Cellular oxygenation, you've got protection. When you don't have that, you get a breakdown, okay? And the breakdown causes all sorts of different things that we do not want to have develop, okay? And this again was back in 1954 when this research was done on the damage of free radicals. So ladies and gentlemen, we're not here for doom and gloom. We're here tonight. We're going to talk about those two things, and something that we as a community are benefiting from, because a company 22 years ago developed something that we are all benefiting from. When I say all, I'm talking about those of you who are taking this product, okay? So again, there's a whole laundry list of why free radicals is causing major problems to us as a society, okay? Now, what happens? Like I said, too much excess of anything, you know that, right? You have too much of one thing, you even have too much water. I'm just going to mute the lines, guys. Can you make sure you're muted? Too much of anything, right, is not good for you. And that could be, you know, like I said, free radicals. You know, just like we need certain things in our bodies, also the same thing. Antonia, can you make sure you're muted, please? The second time I've had to mute your line, so check your phone. So importance of free radicals. Okay, we need, on a positive scale, immunity, healing, and things of that nature. When you have too much of that free radical damage, what happens? Premature aging, destruction of the lipid membranes, things you do not want to be happening. You do not want to be looking older than your time. No, none of us want to voluntarily look older than our time, right? So let's have a look at what we can do to reduce acidity and free radical damage in our bodies. Okay, so I'm going to play this short video here. This short video will just kind of give you an introduction to magnetized water. We're going to be talking about why we're excited about this. And if this is the first time you're hearing about magnetized water, well, you're going to hear about what this company has done to make it accessible for the masses. So sit back and let me play this short video.
When we are thirsty, we fill a glass with tap water or drink some water from a plastic bottle. After all, water is water, right? Magnetized water is popular in Japan, but before we get to know its properties, it is important to understand how and what happens to magnetized water. If you take some water to analyze, you will notice that its molecules are disordered. This is because of the minerals. When submitted to magnetic fields, the molecules turn back into their normal state, which makes the water more beneficial to our health since it heightens the energetic balance of the body and strengthens the immune system in general. That's why magnetized water helps prevent many diseases of the human body. Did you know that more than 70% of our bodies are formed by water? We need to replenish water to eliminate toxins from the body, hydrate tissues and cells, help the kidneys, facilitate blood flow, to fight bloating and boost immunity. Some of the benefits of magnetized water are: helps in nutrition and hydration of cells, aids in cell cleanse, reduces blood acidity and the excess of free radicals in the body, increases the oxygen in cells and blood, Makes the hair softer, moisturizes the skin, leaving it soft and healthy. Aids in the prevention of many diseases. Lowers blood sugar levels, preventing diabetes. Helps prevent many types of cancer. Reduces the risk of osteoporosis and fractures by increasing the bone density and bone resistance. Avoids premature aging. Increases energy levels. According to studies published by the National Institutes of Health, USA, drinking magnetized water means more quality of life. If you already knew about magnetized water, tell us what you think.
Alrighty, well, we are going to tell you what we think because this is what this whole Zoom is about, right? Magnetized water with this company called Timol. So, my friends, listen up. We're going to be diving into the breakdown of what you're going to see on how this product is actually doing what it does, right? So, it's not just a case of take my word for it. I want you to find out for yourself the information we're sharing tonight. Do your own, your own due diligence, your own research. But here we go. This chemical reaction that I spoke about on the video is when water is supercharged. It's called super magnetized water and water hydrolysis. Okay, so your H2O, as you know, is water. It breaks down, dissociates into OH minus and H plus. Okay, so again, it's just that what this magnet is doing, and I'm going to look for my magnet to show you what the product looks like in a minute. So you get this dissociation that takes place, leaving behind these hydrogen ions. So minerals, when you add that into the equation, you're going to find you're going to get this reaction, the hydroxide ions. So you've got calcium and you've got magnesium added to the mix, which is why, my friends, we're not just talking about your just straightforward magnetized water. This company has added another component to the mix, which makes this so important. So this forms an alkaline hydroxides. Remember we spoke about how can we get our body more alkaline? Well, check this out. When consuming magnetized water, it reduces the body's acidity. All right, that's first and foremost. That's the first thing that we spoke about, where, loads of years, decades of research showing why we need to get our bodies more in an alkaline state. Okay, very straightforward from that point of view. Now, the other part where we spoke about free radical damage, excess free radicals damage. How can we get rid of that? So, and again, I just think this is ingenious. Every time I look at this slide, I'm like, wow, this is what's happening. So when you drink this water, guys, the hydrogen ions react with the excess free radicals in your body, forming water. I mean, my goodness, unbelievable. So I didn't really know this when I was taking the product, and I've been on these Zooms. I first came across this company back in January, right? And I was in London in February. I got the access to the product. I didn't really know all what was going on. All I did know was I was going to the washroom more frequently, right? And I tell you something, I'm not somebody who drink a lot of water, right? That was a big challenge for me. So it's like, okay, maybe this is what happens when you drink a lot of water, not really knowing what it was actually doing for me. And then obviously within days, I felt the benefits. And we'll talk about that when we talk about the testimonials side to this company. So this does a great way of taking care of those two major things. And those two things are causing havoc to people everywhere around the world, right? Don't care what country you're in. Don't care if you're a man, you're a woman. It's no respecter of who you are, right? Pain and, lack of oxygen in your cells, energy, being lethargic, all those kind of conditions could be because you may not have enough water in your body from the get-go, right? So our bodies is made up of over 70% of water. Imagine this, my friends. Your brains, your organs, everything in your body is made up of water. We need water. It's the fluid to keep you going. Imagine you try and drive your car without any form of oil in your car, your engine. You just let it run till it's depleted. There's no water in the radiator. How far do you think your car is going to get? Not very far, right? You start see the steam start coming out of the bonnet. You're like, what? Yeah. And it's no different to us, guys. We can't run on empty and expect to be peak performers. No chance, right? So we need water, of course. Now, not just the amount we need water, because I met people who drink a lot of water, unlike myself, who didn't drink a lot. Met people who drank a lot of water. And what they experienced through drinking this water within the same period of time, 24 hours of me introducing it to them, they noticed the difference. Okay, so they were good tests because I wasn't drinking a lot, but they were, and they said, my God, this is different. I've noticed XYZ, and we've got testimonials galore to talk about that. But the quality of the water, my friends, is it good what you're consuming? All right, so I'm going to bring on this doctor here. Dr. Leo Ribeiro, he talks about the water determines in disease, water determines health, appropriate adequate water restores health, ionized water hydrates, alkalizes, antioxidizes, and detoxifies. Water can be used as a medicine. So again, I would like to use my car analogy because I'm into cars a lot. I drive a German car. It uses a high performance engine. It's a high performance engine. It needs a certain grade of petrol. So just like you drinking your water, are you giving your cells the best chance of it producing the best results for you? No different to what you might want to do. You could cut corners on anything else. If I were to cut corners on my car, guess what? God, I know about it. One thing you do not want to cut corners on is your health. Okay, we only got one physical body, and we need to take the best care if we can of it. So water that has hydrates that against water that does not hydrate. Now, to be honest, guys, I wasn't that wise on water. I'm not a water connoisseur, right? I couldn't say, oh yeah, this water came out in 1974. It's got a nice bubbly feel to it. No, it was water to me. It didn't taste that great, right? I drank it when I felt thirsty and knew I needed to drink more because, if you go to the washroom, guys, ladies and gentlemen, and it's looking more like Lucozade than it is water, you need to drink more water, right? That's a clear indication. If your eyes are yellow, you clearly something's not right with your body, right? So again, our body's letting us know we need to be hydrated. We need water. Now, I didn't really know the difference between water that does hydrate against water that doesn't. But hopefully over the next few minutes, you'll get to understand it like I understand it. Absolutely, this is being recorded. So imagine on the left side, you've spent good quality dollar, money, nira, whatever you call it in your language, and you spent that money because you want the best. You spent good money on this fish, right? You want it to live long. You want it to be looking good when people come around your house and they're checking it out. You're showing off your fish tank, right? And it's got oxygen in there. That's a clue, right? And it's clear. It's like beautiful. Like you would want to swim in it yourself. Let alone the one on the right. Now, my friends, let me just ask you a question. If you could see what's going on with your cells, and maybe your body's may not up to par, you may not feel the best, you're maybe feeling sluggish, lethargic, something's not right with your body, right? You're the first point of call before you call the doctor and make an appointment or walk into the clinic or whatever. Something's not right. And if you could see that your cells are swimming in an environment that's more acidic, like the one on the right, then it should be alkaline as opposed on the left. The quick solution to that. Yeah, oh my gosh, I need to get more water. I need to be drinking. I need to hydrate myself. Yeah, simple fix, right? But the mere fact is we don't. And these carbonated waters, in fact, I got introduced, big shout out to my sister-in-law. I got introduced to an app that you can scan the barcode when you're going out and you're shopping, and it tells you if it's good, if it's bad, like from the get-go. And we scanned this bottle of this what's it called, concentrated drink, and I don't drink concentrated drinks, but I wanted to see what it would come up, and it just said, it didn't even say like partially good or whatever, it just said bad, like 0 out of 100. I was like, wow. So there's tools out there that can help us, because I'm telling you, it is like a minefield these days buying stuff, right? And then when I go to the groceries and I make a beeline for the water and I buy bottled water, and again, that comes with its own challenges, microplastics and stuff like that. So again, guys, the more you can take care and bring your water in a state of when it was first, bottled at source, if you can get your water back in that state, then you're in a really good side of the fence. And the next video I'm going to play is going to talk about that, giving your water, put it back in the state of when it first was bottled at source. And some of this with this water. I mean, I don't know where they get it from. The taste is disgusting. All right, you're better off, you know, tap water, and that's disgusting in itself for the most part. But your water should be live, guys. Should be moving. Should be like this. One thing I always hear when people try this water is that how refreshing it tastes. It tastes like it's from a spring somewhere, and things of that nature. And I love it. It's refreshing. It's the first thing I drink and the last thing I drink on a daily basis. So we're not saying you have to go to the nearest spring somewhere and bottle your water. That way, we have a product, guys, that you can take with you 24 and have with you 24/7. So, guys, I'm going to play this short video. And again, it's going to really kind of hopefully solidify why this product and this company has put together an amazing product that everybody can benefit from. So, with that said, I'm going to play this short video.
First, the water that most people drink has lost its original structural characteristics from when it was alive in nature. In springs, streams, and rivers, water is constantly moving. This favors its oxygenation, in addition to its structure being composed of small molecules, which increases its hydration power in the body. When water is stored or kept in containers, its surface tension is altered. Thus it becomes much heavier, with the formation of large molecule clusters, which are completely disorganized and lose oxygen. This molecular change compromises the penetration of water into cells that form organ tissues. But the original characteristics of water, so necessary for a good cellular hydration, can be restored. This is where magnetic treatment comes in. When water is subjected to a magnetic field, an event called hydrolysis occurs, which means breaking up of water. That is, the movement caused by the molecules causes a rupture of the clusters and promotes rearrangement into much smaller structures. Thus, these H2O molecules penetrate the cells much more easily, promoting better cellular hydration and cleaning. The second point, observed in the various studies carried out with magnetized water, is that it contributes to a reduction of excess of free radicals. How does this happen? When water undergoes magnetic treatment, there is an ionic dissociation, that is, the H2O water molecule, formed by 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom, breaks up, releasing hydroxyl ions and hydrogen ions. Excess free radicals that are present in the body are negative ions, and they combine with hydrogen ions, forming new H2O molecules, thus removing them from the body. This is a very simple chemical equation that has been observed by several researchers. The third point is about the contribution to the maintenance of blood alkalinity, helping the mechanisms of our body. In hydrolysis, as we have seen, there are negative hydroxyl ions left over. This hydroxyl reacts with magnesium and calcium ions present in vital environments of our body, forming alkaline hydroxyls, in this case magnesium and calcium hydroxyls. These reactions help in the maintenance of blood pH and oxygen content. It is for all these reasons that water treated magnetically helps in the maintenance of good health.
Alrighty, so we're going to do a bit of a deeper dive into that and show you exactly what happens. So we're talking about water that does not hydrate against water that does hydrate, and there's such a clear difference now that I know. So it's like, once you learn something, it's like, wow, now I understand why this is so incredible. So your cells have this entry point which needs to, take in all the good stuff, right? It needs to be hydrated, needs your nutrients, needs oxygen, okay? And like I said, lack of oxygen in the cells causes a major problem. Right, so let's have a look at this. Water without magnetic treatment. This is what it looks like. Your cells, at best, my friends, at best, is getting partial hydration, okay? So it's like you're essentially like the middleman. You're trying to get all this stuff, but you can't get it. It's not fitting in, right? And so what we have, you see my video, this magnet breaks down these molecules. So let's see what happens with magnetic treatment. Now those molecules, those hard molecules, those clusters, sorry, gets broken down, and it can make its way into the cell. So this magnetization breaks the clusters down, breaking up the water hardness, promoting hydration. Okay, so this bad boy, which is why I don't leave my house without this. One hand is my cell phone, on the other hand I have my water bottle. All right, and yeah, just like Augusta, absolutely, you know, we don't leave our home without it. That's what hydrates. Okay, so it's lighter. People were talking about how light and it was so refreshing and stuff. I couldn't wait to get my hands on it, guys. And like I said, from somebody who's not a water drinker, who wasn't, it's a different ball game now. So again, you know, drinking based on your body size, you know, if you're 50 kg in weight, you know, you should drink up to at least 2 liters. If you're more than that, you drink more. You need to have it in proportion to who you are, right? How big you are and things of that nature. So this is what happens, and you know, we are truly blessed by it. So again, the benefits of magnetized water are there to see. It alkalizes the blood, reduces free radical damage, and improves oxygenation. So good health, my friends, and healthy life is the company's main goal. Now, don't take my word for it. Like I said, you know, do your own research and find out for yourself. You know, there's nothing like taking the product for yourself. I can talk till I'm blue in the face, and that wouldn't be good for either of us, and it wouldn't change a thing, right? I could be just listening to Zoom after Zoom, deciding, I don't know if I should take this product, blah, blah, blah. But what difference would it make? Would my health get any better by me just thinking about it? I hope this product would work. No, I had to literally, and I got on a flight. I literally, and you don't have to, guys, you don't have to go on a flight. I just chose to. Got the product, and the product delivered what I was hoping it would. I mean, unbelievable. But this company got certified by the World Health Organization 10 years after the doors had opened. So, you know, with anything brand new, you know, and Simone, I know she's driving at the moment, but she was at the office and knows a lot more about the backstory here. But again, a lot of people didn't think that, you know, this is a real thing. As a guy who created this kind of lost his mind, you know, is this real? Anyway, the World Health Organization, 10 years after the doors opened, they officially declared the recognition of this company, the Brazilian company Timol, as the only one complying with the standards and requirements of this institution of adopting a system or method of magnetic water treatment or correction as a system or method of health protection and recovery with scientifically proven efficiency. I would like to read that, guys, because it's not like, what, don't take my word for it or whoever's invited you on. No, we have, you know, documentation. I've always been a big believer in documentation beating conversation, because I want to hear from third party validation, because we know the people that are involved in the company, of course, they're going to be shouting from the rooftops, like me now. Yeah, up until when I took the product, I wasn't the way I am now, guys, you know, and my health wasn't the way it is before I get this product. So now I am just like a water evangelist, you know what I'm saying? Like everywhere I go, I show people this product and I'm like, brother, sister, you need to check this out. And, you know, following the footsteps of people like Augusta and Natalia, we have this product, guys, and this is the drum roll moment, right? You know, you're going to hear Sylocimol is a product offering from Timol, okay? And this company, they have many other products. This, my friends, is the product that we are in love with. There's a mega version, there's a mini version. Now, the mega version I'm just going to speak about now. This treats up to 20 liters of water, okay? So if you've got a household of people, perfect product to have. In fact, from a dollar point standpoint, it's more actually cost effective than the mini one, because this one will treat up to 20 liters of water and the mini one will treat up to 3 liters. Now, in my water bottle here, I have the mini one, okay? Because I take this everywhere, and I do mean everywhere with me. And so the bigger one typically stays at home. And, you know, I'm going to show you some examples of what you can put it in, like a water jug, you know, mason jar, whatever. But the effects are the same. So the magnet, my friends, I want you to hear me good and clear. The magnet, when you buy this product, you don't need to rebuy it next month or next year unless you break it. The magnet will last 30 years, and it comes with actually certification of, you know, warranty. The green one, the minerals, last 3 years. So just put in your calendar June 2029, okay? Is the next time you even need to think about buying a replacement for the calcium. Okay, the calcium is a natural product. You'll see it, deplete over time, but a magnet will just keep working away. Boom, boom, boom. Keep breaking that down. So again, these two together, my friends, they are my dynamic duo. Let me just bring out we've been speaking a lot about the magnetized water. I'm going to introduce you to the top H plus. Okay, this adds the minerals to the mix. Okay, this is my M&M, my dynamic duo. All right, whichever one you call them, my Batman, my Robin, the two of them together, my dynamic duo, my friends. Which is why I don't leave home without it. All right, and so again, to remind you, alkalinization of the body and the blood takes place with this product, increasing bone mineral mass. Now we know as people age, as we age, as human beings, our bones get more brittle, right? And so what happens is we're not able to, our bones don't have the strength, the density that it used to have back in the day when we were, more younger spring chickens, as to say. So osteoporosis is no joke. Having your bones being, what's it called? Getting damaged over when people, unfortunately, one thing that goes with the territory of getting up in age is falling over and things of that nature. Unbalanced. Again, can you mute the lines, guys? Thank you very much. Um, things like that are something that you need to be aware of because that causes, of course, a lot of problem in itself. Now, by increasing the bone mineral mass, guys, this is again something I personally think that's helped me, and I'm in my mid 50s, right? I think that really helped me with my pain that I was having in my hip. And I'm like, I'm too young for this, man. Like, this is ridiculous. And so all of the benefits are here to see. We've got the magnetization and the minerals in the top H plus. Put those two together, and guys, you've got an amazing product. So have a look at this. You've got different variants. Like I said, I have a water bottle. I walk around with it. I take it with me wherever I go. I go to the, when I do go to the gym, I take that with me. It's in my car, everywhere. The other ones, of course, you keep it at home because your water jug, you've got people coming over, whatever. You want to sample some, you want to give it to somebody, whatever. You may have it in a much bigger dispenser unit with a tap on, which is what we have at home, okay? So which is really essential. And so, again, do your due diligence, do your research. This technology here is not on trial. We're not like, this is brand new and nobody's taken it before. Thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people have taken this product, okay, before we started to learn about it in the UK and different English speaking markets, okay? So this technology is internationally known with research and studies that you can do and check for your own self, right? So you can go online, do a search on YouTube for Sylocimol. You'll see testimonials. A lot of them will be in Portuguese. The company has been mainly in Brazil for 18 years at least before it even started to make its way outside of that amazing country. So this gentleman here, Carlos Henrique, he's the CEO who created this product and is still there to this very day. We are such a blessing. His daughter is part of the company. His son-in-law part of the company. People talk and they throw the words around legacy company, this legacy. Now, this is what you call a legacy company. 22 years, and I just really think they're just starting to get going. I really, we're not even scratched to scratch. We're going to be talking a bit about the income side in a minute. And we're not even scratched the surface, guys. You can literally do a survey. I don't care what country you're in. You can do a survey, ask 100 people, have you heard of a company called Timol? I'd be surprised if you get more than a 5% take up on that. Because it's just, even though it's been around 22 years, it's a hidden gem. And now we're going to be blasting that word out because it's such an amazing product. Now, this gentleman here, he came up with this whole concept, knowing the dangers of consuming poor quality water. And again, I don't know if Simone's able to talk, but she's met this gentleman, she's been at the company. It's absolutely a game changer. So consuming poor quality water over long periods. And I've seen some of those testimonials, guys, of what happens when you don't have good quality water. Something that even, we turn a tap on and we have clear water. May not be the best, but we have clear water. And it's not like that all around the world, as we know. So he wanted to provide health and quality of life for people through high quality water that truly hydrates. Okay, this truly hydrates. All right, this, all I can say is that I can only speak for myself what it's done for me, and everybody else has got an opportunity to talk a bit later about why it's why they're here and how it's what it's done for them. But it's a solid company, guys. 22 years, been certified, headquarters up in Brazil. You've got scientific proof, studies, the whole nine. You can go onto Google Scholar, do your research, and look at some of the test results that they did. And it's expanding around the world. I mean, clearly more than 20 countries right now. One thing I love about this, guys, is that we know people. We're so connected. Our phone, we can make one call and this person is connected to somebody in that country and that country and that country. That 6 degrees of separation is more like 3 degrees. And I'm not talking about the girl group from the 70s, but 3 degrees of separation, where you make one call to somebody, and it's like, oh yeah, and then next thing you know, you've got somebody in another part of the world that's taking the product, and they're like, oh my goodness, wow, oh yeah, I know this person. We're so connected, it's unbelievable. So this is a great way of expanding on what we're doing. All right. And so again, we got Simone there. I can see her. She's now in her office, which is great to see. We have a product here, guys, which is not intended to cure disease. We're not here going around hanging outside hospitals and stopping people as they come out. All right. Please don't do that. You'll get arrested. We are literally sharing with people a product that helps them with magnetizing their water, helping them with reducing acidity in the body,
Eu postei
and doing
dois
just
vídeos
smooth.
agora lá no grupo da
Oh,
Timol.
I think Simone is translating. And the body's acidity and the free radical damage in the body, pure and simple, guys. Okay, and you can see there, it does what it says on the tin, as to coin a phrase. So guys, I'm going to just stop this share real quick. Around this time we want to hear from other people who have something they want to talk about. I know Simone's just come on the call. Anybody who has a comment on the product, we're going to spend a couple of minutes on that. Like I said, it's a Monday, so I do want to dive more into the money side on our call, our Money Monday calls. But I also want to hear from anybody who has any testimonials. I want to look in the chat if there's anything that I need to check. This could potentially reduce spending on the Holland and Barrett vitamins as well as hydrate. Absolutely, good point, Rudy. A lot of these synthetics products that are out there, and if people really check, and we're not going to be going into how much the product is and stuff. Whoever's invited you on, they can tell you what the price of the product is, and you can work it out with them. But what I love about this is that the product is so affordable. Whatever I was spending, all right, myself to go to see the chiropractor and go in to get physio done, trust me, I paid for this product many times over. And you will find that, and I'm not even talking about 3 year period, you will find out for yourself what you could save, let alone the cost and the benefit of the product. So anybody's got something they want to put, please raise your hand. We'll come to you. I don't know if Antonia, I'm not saying your
Yeah,
name right? Antonia, have you got something
yeah,
to
I
say?
have testimony from my friend.
Beautiful. The floor is
Yeah,
yours, my friend.
my friend who she has knee problem, kidney stone, all of this. I've been tell her about water, and she been pushing, and then finally she had water, and she even bought the email from me and combo together. In 2 weeks' time, she said, "Oh, that water is working. My kidney stone come down." I said, "What?
Wow.
How?" And then she said she was feeling like uh, uncomfortable, and then she went to the toilet, and then to just think gone.
Wow.
She was so happy, and she said, "Oh, I will tell my cousin, my sister, whatever." I said, "Okay." That's why I was behind you to tell you that it can help you. Uh, another thing, another testimony from my brother-in-law. He had how they call. I think it's heart problem. All the time he become to emergency because he had like a heart beat quickly, and then they call me and they have to go there or have to call by phone. But now he's not feeling nothing. He's looking good and strong. That's all for
Wow.
now.
Wow. Beautiful.
Yeah, yeah.
Amazing.
That's good testimony I had. And remember, I gave the leg one for my
Yes.
from my nephew. That bad leg I show you.
Oh,
Now
yes.
it's
Yeah.
getting healed. And now it's okay now.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah,
Well,
that's from Timol. Thank you.
beautiful. Bless you. Awesome. That is with Timor with love. So for those of you who, again, you may not have seen that image, but we saw it. She shared it with us, and I was like, wow. The healing that took place was amazing, guys. So the before and afters. So that's really great. If you can send us an updated picture, that would be amazing as well on that. So thanks for sharing. Anybody else that wants to share? I mean, it's incredible. These testimonials, guys, are absolutely incredible. Anybody else? Raise your hand, and then we will come to you. Otherwise, we will move on with the presentation. But I want to give anybody the opportunity to quickly say anything. If not, we will get the next slide up and running. So guys, I'm going to share the slides back. Feel free if anybody has that urge, they want to come on and say something, just let us know, raise your hand, and we will come to you. But I will go kick on with the slides because we do want to respect your time, and I do want to go over the money side of things. I know it's some. I don't know if you're able to unmute before I go further on with the slides. If there's anything you wanted to come on and say, just unmute yourself, and we'll switch it over to you. So, guys, talking about as you heard from Antonia, that there is her nephew had this really bad um, skin condition, and again, I did have the picture at the time, and it was really something else. So this product has been like helping so many people with different things regarding their skin. It's absolutely mind blowing. I thought this was actually mind blowing myself. How that this person here, I didn't even know that had this particular ulcer, and 8 years with this particular condition and 25 days of drinking the water, just like you heard her saying, about 2 weeks after drinking the water, with the pain had subsided. For me, after well, it wasn't even 2 weeks, it was within that week, the pain that I've been carrying that was really hurting every now and then just literally dissipated. And thank God that we're talking now. That was in February when I first got the product. We're now in June, and so all those 4 months have been the best my body has felt in years, not just months, years. And so I can definitely attest to that. Again, situations as vertigo, for those of you guests that are on the call, it's amazing what the before and afters that we have with this product. It's very rare that I've been around the wellness industry for many years. Kind of started out about over 30 years ago. Unfortunately, lost a loved one, prematurely. She wasn't even 40 when she passed away, and that got me on a little journey on nutrition and wellness. And one thing that kept popping up was getting your body in a more alkaline state. And it's no different today. In fact, it's even worse because I think we've got more of a challenge than we have that at any point in our lives. And so one product to do this is pretty staggering. Again, diabetes issues. Again, I lost, my auntie, unfortunately, she lost her leg just about 2 years ago because of a diabetic issue. She stepped on something, didn't realize until it was too late. I don't know if this product would have helped her, but I'm sure it would have done a good job in helping, maybe prevention. We don't know. Can't roll back the clock like that, but I would have definitely given her that if I'd known. And the one thing, my friends, when I was in hospital visiting her, on each table there was water, right? They didn't have Pepsi Cola and your favorite Sprite drink. No, they gave them water. You would be shocked if you went in there and you're seeing them just slurping down a big Slurpee of of Coca-Cola or some sorts, right? It'll be like, why would you do that? Who's negligent? They need to be fired, right? You would never think that would be acceptable practice. And you know, they will give them water, and so you know, if you can give them this water, oh my goodness, even more of a game changer. So the before and afters are absolutely incredible. Again, I'm gonna just show you one more, and then I'm gonna get into it. Again, this is one of the before and afters. So from February to March, guys, this is within the same, like a month apart. I mean, come on now. This is unbelievable. I can't even fathom something working as quickly as that when you're living with something that you know, that would have taken more than a month for your leg to be looking in that condition. So psoriasis of the skin, guys, we've got so many testimonials. We've got testimonials on pretty every letter of the alphabet, okay? It's not about the, you know, will it take care of product or issue X, disease of the body, inflammation, or whatever you want. It will have these different labels attached to it, but it's all disease of the body. And so we're not here to treat the disease. We're not medical professionals. No, we're going to give the body a way to reduce acidity and to reduce excess free radicals. And just sit back and watch the amazing thing that happens in your body, because your body's the gift. Let's not make the mistake. Your body's the miracle. Just give it what it needs, guys. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you drive your car, you need to fuel your car, otherwise it ain't going nowhere. No different to your bodies. So with that, I don't know if, again, Simone, you wanted to hop on and say anything. I'm going to stop the product side of what we have right there. Again, blows me away. So guys, if you are here just to learn about the product, that is it. I've hopefully given you enough reason. If you are brand new to the call, please get back to whoever's invited you to find out how you can try the product, get your hands on the product, try it for yourself. There's no other method, guys, than trying it, being a customer, you know, and we're not here to try and sell you on anything. We're just literally sharing information. I'm sharing because what's happened for me, and what you heard tonight, what's happened for other people. And that's the biggest joy. We are going to be talking about the money side in a minute, but to be honest, guys, it pales in insignificance. Knowing what this product is doing to help people, you can't put a price on that. It's actually priceless. And so the fact that we get paid for doing it, oh my gosh, come on now. Like, you know, growing up, I was a footballer. Obviously, I wasn't as good as I thought I was. Otherwise, I'd be in the World Cup now. But to know that I could get paid playing football, something I love to do, come on now. It's a dream. I love doing what I'm doing here, giving up an hour, and I would talk even longer if you allowed me, you know what I'm saying? Because it's such an amazing thing to be able to share what this company has done for us. So I don't see nobody's putting up their hand or sharing and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do, guys, I am going to go back to the slides, and I'm going to go into the money. So as Jerry, what's his name? Jerry Maguire would say, show me the money. So guys, if you want me to show you the money, come on, let's get some dollar signs going up in there. Calling Cape Verde. Are you in Cape Verde? Or are you talking about Cape Verde? If you are, that's a beautiful place. We're going to show you the money. Football, yes, absolutely. All right, for you in Cape Verde. So guys, I'm going to show you the money. I didn't hear nobody shouting it like they did in Jerry Maguire, but I'm going to show you the money regardless, right? So again, let's dive into that over the next, let me just see what the time's looking like. Running 2 over. Probably in the next 10 minutes, I'll be wrapped up, guys. All right, so we're going to show you a product. All right, awesome. We got Ghana in the house. Yeah, that's good. I'd love to know where people are dialing in from, man. That's awesome. Yeah, the Ghanaians, they're up in the World Cup playing still. I'm not sure who they're playing first, but it's all about the World Cup right now for me, right? So business proposal, guys. It's time to change your life, all right? And Timol is here to help you with that. And so, you know, we are here from all different parts. As you see from the world, we've got people in Cape Verde, the football, you know, Ghana, we've got people in the UK, North America. I mean, you know, we're all connected, right? And our issues aren't separate. Blood runs through all of our veins, regardless of what you look like. All right. So one thing we all also find in common is a need to make money. Lira, euros, dollars, naira, whatever you have in your local denomination. We all need that at some stage for sure. So if you've got a product, my friends, I just really want you to understand why I'm excited about the product, because without a good product, we have no business. All right. Without a real legit product, and I've been around this business entrepreneurial journey for many years, and there's companies out there that will try and pull the wool over your face, saying they're doing this, doing that, they've got a great product there, and you have to find out that they haven't, and their business collapses. This company's been around 22 years, my friends. Okay, and Simone's been with the company several years, at least 4 years, if I'm not mistaken. So if you have a company that has been around 22 years, pays people on time, has no issues that you need to be worried about, like I have to go through because I'm in the financial world, and you have to be a detective to find out if they are really telling the truth, and most of the time they are lying. We've got something that is definitely gonna outlive us, my friends. All right, it's as simple as that. Everybody drinks water, everybody needs water, and we've got a product that's helping them just by drinking something that they drink everywhere in the world. All right, so we all drink water regardless of your country and regardless of who you are. A great product is formed with a great product. Okay, magnetized water is essential for our health. I'm sure I've drilled that into your heads over the last 40 minutes, 45 minutes with the testimonials and what you heard. That's why I really get excited. That blows me away every week. I hear these testimonials. I don't know who's going to come on and what they're going to share, but 9 times out of 10, I'm blown away, because I'm like, wow, really? That product did that? And again, it's just a testimonial of what a great product this man has generated. This Carlos Enrique, I will shake his hand one day, God give me life, when I hit Brazil, and I will, just want to thank him for this amazing business. So that aside, guys, we're going to talk some money. And so we have 6 different income streams at your disposal. Now you choose. That's one thing I love about this. You choose who you can do business with, how many income streams you want. No one's going to force you. No one's going to knock on your door and say, hey, what's going on? You ain't sold enough product. You're not moving in. No, you're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. Right? You're going to have a support system, regardless of where you are in the world, that we will help you get to where you want to get with this product and this company. Because the better you do and the more lives we can help, guess what? We're going to make a better impact. So it's not just about what I can do and these are my people, my customers. Yeah, they're going to be your customers. But as a whole, imagine what we could do when we all, as a whole, come together. We can really make a difference out there, right? So team building is one method. This is you sharing it with your friends, family, your community, your loved ones, and they decide they want to do what you're doing, okay? They don't necessarily, may not want to go out there and do Zoom meetings and have presentations in a town hall and stuff like that, but they want to be part of the business, okay? And that can just literally be them to say, you know what? I want to get the product at wholesale price instead of paying full retail price. I'm interested in that because I've got a few people that would definitely want the product. I know so many people have got this element, that blah, 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 or so many people that I know needs extra income. And who doesn't need extra income in this day and age? Have you seen the price of everything that's out there, right? The other part of it is that we do retail sales, direct sales. So our customers, our friends and family that know, like, and trust us, well, some of them might not, but they, for the most part, they know, like, and trust you. You're going to sell to them and you're going to earn a retail sale. And guys, I'm telling you, the money in the program is top notch. So I was saying to a friend of mine, she was saying, is there money in this company? I said, come on, do you even know me to get in a product in a company that doesn't have money in it? It just so happens we've got an amazing product to boot. So permanent income is earned through team leverage, team efforts. Now, guys, we know the rich of the world, the top echelons of society. Do you think they are exchanging time for money? Let's just put it out there. You think they're going to work for 8 hours a day and expecting 8 hours pay? Some of them, I used to work at Goldman Sachs. Some of them didn't even get a salary. You know what they did? They took stock options. So they were earning $1 a year in salary, and they were making how many zeros after their name in income. This is leverage, guys. They were leveraging their time. Okay, so they were doing what I'm going to show that all of us can do We don't need to exchange our time. So instead of exchanging 8 hours, because there's only so many hours in a day, and if you're working 2, 3 jobs, you know how many limits that is before your body's going to be like, enough. I can't. I need the money, of course, but I can't. I can't go on doing this to receive money. We need to be more smarter about making money, like what the rich do, and which are why I'm going to show you. So we have the industry, the wholesaler, distribution, supermarket, and then the customer gets the product. All right. So everyone gets a piece of the action, piece of the pie. And so, my friends, when I came across this industry, a long time ago, you're talking about 30 years ago, direct sales, relationship marketing, whatever you want to call it, I was like, man, this is great. I get to be the center of the equation. All right. So this is what we have here. And this is a game changer, guys. If you've never been involved in anything like this company decided to use a franchise model. So it's not your regular traditional, network marketing business per se. It's different. They use a franchise model. So you're going in as a franchisee. And there are differences around there, which we'll talk about. So you're going to be basically the connection between the company and your customer. Your customer doesn't deal with the company, you do, because you're the franchisee, and I'll show you why that is such a big deal. You are going to share this, right? You may invite some people onto the call tonight. We see some guests on the call. Thanks for showing up, and thanks for staying on. You may invite people to watch a short video. I had a friend of mine asking me about a product. And in fact, I've got a lady she's actually a business owner just up the road from me, and she cut her hand baking or something in the kitchen, right? And she's got this big mark. And you know what? Can you see this? Can you see what I've got in my hand, guys? Can you see this? This little bottle here, people have been using this to spray the product on their eyes. Oh my gosh, I can't see now. No, I'm only joking. Spray it on their eyes for their allergies and things of that nature, right? I'm going to go and see her. She's a Ghanaian lady, has a business next to me, selling all sorts of stuff. And I'm going to say, I'm going to use this product over the next several days. Just put it on your wound there. But of course, I'm going to be talking to her more about the product. Guys, we've got to, where we see there's a need, we've just got to think, oh yeah, I can help this person in that way. I can give them a sample of the water. Let's say you did that. Different variants, right? You invite somebody to watch a short 5-minute video or whatever, or testimonial, right? Somebody calling me? I'm going to mute the lines. Somebody's just coming to call. Make sure you mute your lines, guys. Good. I mean, we're up over 30 people still on the call, so kudos to everybody still staying on there. And let's say we shared with 2 people a day. Like you got your list, your to-do list. My to-do list on Monday in the morning, I'm going to send a message to somebody about maybe inviting them onto the Zoom, and then in the evening, I'm going to invite somebody again. You do that 2 times for Monday to Friday. You give yourself the weekend off. That's a total of 40 people. You could have 50 invites that you do, whatever your number is, but I'm just going to make it very, very easy to do. You could have maybe 20, just do 1 a day, for inviting. So I'm going to show you 20 invites twice a day. Okay, that's 40 invites or 40 shares of information. Now, out of that, you can get these results. Not saying it's guaranteed because I don't know who you are, I don't know who your people are. But let's say, and I'm just going to give an example. This is income stream number 1. I'm just going to give you an example on the mega, which is the big combo one. Right? Slightly more in it, but you get a bigger discount if you retail at least 5 of them. And there's another requirement for franchisees, which is having at least 2 franchisees in the business with you, which you definitely want because of what you're going to see in a minute. Let's say you went out there, you did this, you're now getting the product and you're earning at a cheaper price. Now you're banking 180 euros. Everything I'm going to show, guys, is going to be in euros. If you're in the UK, if you're in North America, whatever, there's dollar and stuff like that. You can work it out with whoever's invited you on. They can give you more of a breakdown. If you sold 1 in a week, that translates to 720 euros in a month. Okay. Now, again, just relate it to whatever you're doing. If you're doing an extra gig, part-time work, extra hours at work, and, could you do this and maybe not having to go to that next job or whatever? Or could you put this to pay down on something? Let's go a bit more. You did 3 of that in a week. So instead of 1, you did 3 in a week. and you're now banking over $2,000 in a month. Yeah. So again, $2,000. Now again, that's this little like you're moving from maybe a car note payment to maybe paying a rent down, paying a mortgage payment, and stuff like that, right? So now this is starting to become a very significant extra income. I know there's people that are making that we talk about exchanging time for money. There's people out there exchanging good hours of their life. And I played a video in the WhatsApp group earlier today about time, something that we will never get back, guys. We could lose money, and we've lost money on programs and all sorts of stuff and everything, but our time is our most precious commodity, so we're never getting that back. So if you can get more of your time back, you don't necessarily have to go out there, because you're now making additional income from this. This is again something that can give you those choices. And if you did 5 in a week, that's $3,600, euros. Again, this could be something that you can use for investments or whatever, right? Whatever your gig is, all right? You can put that. I would put that personally first back in the business, but you know, everybody's got different reasons why they would want to get involved in the first place. The first things first, pay yourself back, right? You get that money, pay yourself back, pay the cost of doing the business, and then you're in it for free, all right? So sharing this with other people, which is like what we're doing on the call tonight. Somebody joins you and you're a franchisee in the business, you're going to earn at least 80 euros if they came in at the silver membership level. And then we'll talk about what you get in what level. There's a gold membership level, you earn 161, and then platinum, you'll earn 322 euros. So again, if you've got a network of people that are like-minded, or people that just want to, you know, do what you're doing, great. You're now going to earn that 80 euros paid straight, you know, into your account that you can utilize. All right. And what I love about this company is, you know, whenever I want product, personally, I use it from what I've banked. It's just there in the business. So I'm using my business to actually make me even more money. It's absolutely phenomenal. So quick start bonus, guys. If you're somebody who wants to get out the gate quickly, and I strongly recommend you do, because there's extra money on the table if you decide to. So let's say you join today, and you know you share this with a few people. You had 3 people sign up. One of those people ended up having 2 people under them. If they did that within a 45-day period, you're going to get this quick start, fast start bonus. Again, this is showing in Brazilian reals. It's like from $30, 30 euros or so upwards, depending on the package that they buy. And that's your indirect bonus. So of course, you're going to know the people you personally introduce. Your likelihood of you knowing their people is slim. Okay, you could at some incidents you might know them. The one thing I want to just drill home, guys, this is leverage income. You didn't personally introduce them, but you're getting paid on them. Okay, so again, you're earning an override on people that you don't know potentially, and this could expand and turn into hundreds of thousands. Simone's business is huge. The person who introduced Simone, her business is huge. You know, and again, do I know that person? No. But are they getting paid on whatever I do? Yes. And I'm glad they are, because if she didn't tell Simone, and Simone didn't tell, I don't know who it was, the chain, if it was Augusta, and then Augusta told Glenn, and I don't know, you know what I mean? So somebody had to make that, and I'm glad they get rewarded for doing that, because the company, it doesn't diminish what they do. The company pays us. It doesn't come off their paycheck. The company pays us, right? So again, another way, they're talking about 3 directs, having 3 active directs in the business, all right? For you to be from a leader all the way down to black diamond. Now, we do say, you know, don't make them companies minimums your maximums, all right? You never want to just get by. You want to, if you know, you want to make sure that you're qualified, and if somebody ends up falling off the edge of the earth and you can't get in touch with them anymore, you've still got, you know, enough to keep you going, right? So from leader to black diamond, it's only 3 people, guys. Okay, I recommend you at least get 6. You know, just like driving a car, you wouldn't just drive a long journey and expect you to get from leader to black diamond on the same 4 tires that you started out with. No, at some point you've got to make sure you got to replace those tires and or add to it to make sure that you've got enough there for you. No difference here. So again, very minimal requirements. Not asking you to jump through hoops and require and recruit like crazy. Now, we have a binary bonus. That means we earn on dual teams, one on the left, one on the right. Okay, plus what we call a unilevel bonus. Unilevel is people who are direct to you. You earn a unilevel bonus. And those people that are sharing it, they now earn their money, but you can earn that override because you shared it with somebody. So again, you got the 36. This is just another income example. 36 euros. Okay, if somebody joined with a gold franchise, and you earn 36.80 euros. What if they go from gold to platinum? Great question. You earn again. So not just one thing, you earn again and again, guys, because of that one action. One thing I really drew me to this industry, you could do the work one time, do it well, and you get paid over and over again. So it's not like you join a business and somebody could say to you, oh, how much are you earning? And you just joined the company, or you just joined it, and it's like 6 months down the road, somebody asked me, how much am I earning from joining? I said, I couldn't tell you because I'm still earning on that. It's not like it's done. With a job, you're done, right? You've exchanged that time for money. That's it. You're not going to end up next month and they say, oh yeah, that month I did last month, I want to get paid again on it. No, you're going to have to make sure you show up. With this industry, you've done the work. You made that initial phone call. But now something's going to outgrow you because you started it off, and you're going to get paid over and over on that. Which is what we're going to show you here. Do you think we're expecting people to know all, let's say level 4, 256 people on that level? Am I expecting you to know each one of those people? No, that would be like a job. That'd be like another job. If you had to personally bring in all of those people, you introduced it to 4 people on your level 1. Those 4 people introduced it to 4, and perfect maths, everybody did 4, and you ended up with 256 people on your level 4, paying you 4,700 on your level 4. What about on your level 3? You got another 1,700 on your level 3, as well as on your level 2s and 4. So it all adds up, guys. This is just another income stream that I spoke about. So again, if you're writing it down, we're going to another income stream here, which is a unilevel bonus. Now this unilevel bonus is a monthly bonus, because as people are growing their business, right, one thing they need is product. Okay, I every month I have to order product, and it's not product that I need to put in a garage. I mean, you see how small the product is anyway, but people need the product. It's all the time. As the more you speak to people, it's like, oh my gosh, yeah, I can get the product to you, no problem. So you always want to have product on hand if you're really serious about growing your business. And every month you order a product, there's a piece of that gets paid out. So again, 2.27 euros. You might think, oh man, that's that. That can't even buy me a Happy Meal. Now, again, you maximize that with the numbers of the people on those levels. You're now talking a different ball game. This is monthly earnings that are added. Okay, and this is just you showing an example on a mega combo. This pays up to the 10th level. So again, you have people on your 4th level, your 5th level, etc., etc. One thing I love about this, guys, is the fact that even when you show you on level 3, that's an extra 145 euros. You imagine that person that's been in this business. Now, you may start this business today, this month, or last month, and you project a few years down the road. What you've done today is still paying you, guys. This is still coming in because now everybody needs product. All right, and then you're earning a piece of that. And this is just one product, guys. Don't even get me started on the mini ones, right? This is just a mega combo. Now, to join the business, these are your costs. 840 euro. I think it's something roughly about 765 quid in the UK, about 999 US dollars. And that comes with the mega combo. So unlike most franchisees, if you've ever been to a franchise show, I've been to franchise shows, you've got to start with at least 5 figures to get the cheapest franchise and then kit it out, right? Here, guys, we're not talking chump change, but we're talking about something that you're going to get an actual product with that you can technically resell if you wanted to and bring your costs down. And now you're in a position where you can do business with a company. That is worth the admission, to be honest. That's worth the admission. If it never came with no product, it will still be worth doing because of what you can earn from the company. The gold membership comes with 2. Comes with the mini, comes with the mega. So you've got the 2 options there. And then the platinum one, it comes with same 2 product, but it gives you more. Now, as you progress, you could say, all right, you know what? I don't have the money to come in at the gold membership level, but I've got enough to kickstart it. Let me come in at the silver level. Great. You start at the silver, you make some money, make some sales, you get some people coming in, use that money to upgrade yourself. Why would you want to do that? Because you earn more money in the business doing exactly the same thing that you're doing. If you stayed at silver forever and a day and you're bringing in a lot of business, but you're using that money to do whatever you want with, and it's down to you. No one's going to say to you, don't do that. But if you want to grow your business and make more money, you would put it back in your business, upgrade yourself, and go up to the highest level you can so that you're making more money. And that's what we're here for, my friends. If you're going to do the work, why not make it big? As Donald Trump will say, if you're going to dream, dream big. Yeah, don't know why I chose that example, but I did. So, guys, that's how you can get started with us. Locking down, getting your franchise set up. Whoever's invited you on can go into those different options with you. We're over the hour mark, so I really want to bring this to a close. But guys, we have a whole career plan here. Yeah, we're talking about you getting started in business for yourself, not by yourself, with the company that's been around 22 years. We are literally at the pioneering stage in outside of Brazil, and I still think Brazil is still a baby market, right? This is just amazing. Hey, we've got a product that every person on the world could do with. Somebody asked me the question, could a baby drink this product? They can drink it. Could somebody who's a senior drink this product? Of course they can drink it. I mean, we've got everybody in between, all right? I know that we're in a world of AI and robots and stuff, you know what I mean? But even your robot's going to need water in order for them to be effectively, operational. So we've got a product that everybody needs, first and foremost, a product that everybody understands. You open your mouth and you drink it. It's just simple. Secondly, we've got a company that's been around 22 years. Thirdly, we have a distribution system that allows us to share this product around the world. I mean, come on, guys. It's one of those moments where you think, wow, I've stumbled across a unicorn company and everything is not perfect as I would like it to be. Guys, don't wait for everything to be perfect. Okay, we are at that stage where we are just growing this market, and love to take you on a journey with us, because we are just literally getting started, my friends. If you like the idea of earning rewards, prizes, that's all there. You know, we have a point system. You can convert those points into prizes, as Bruce Forsyth would have said. What does the points make? Prizes. Thank you, my friends. And we go from ruby, emerald, diamond. We go all the way up to black diamond. Car qualifications. We've got people that have won many cars from the company. Again, I'm not going to go into every single thing, but I just want to leave you with this. If you could earn more money from the uni level, which means the people that you're personally bringing in, or the points of the binary plan, wouldn't you want to go as high up into the company as you can? Well, just going to leave it on this slide just to cement that. This slide shows you as a double diamond. I say double diamond, but it's 2-star diamond. I call it double diamond. 100% of uni level bonuses, points up to your 15th level. So if you've got people in your network as the business grows, and you've got people on your 15th level, you could literally be just leaving money on the table because you stayed at the silver level and you haven't maybe done what is required to get to that level. The bonus on the binary increases 54% of the binary bonus, guys. All right. This may not mean much to you right now, but all I'm going to suggest and really rubber stamp home is just make your way up into the program if you really want to make the higher income that's available to you. And why not? So guys, this is a franchise model. It's a revolution in franchisees, one of the cheapest franchise models you're going to find out there. And guys, I'm going to bring this to a close. If again, Simone wanted to come on and say anything to bring this to an end, because we do these calls on a Monday and a Thursday in English speaking at the same time, same channel. Next time, bring a friend. You sure won't regret it. So Simone, over to you, my friend.
Hi, hello everybody. Good evening. Thank you so much. I love to listen to you. It's amazing. And this project is really just starting. We've been in Brazil for 18 years, just in Brazil, and open international when I started this 4 years ago. And I know how much we can grow here. And of course, it's not just here in UK. This is the good part. If you are living here, but you have friends in another country, they can enjoy as well with us and can work with us. Doesn't matter which country, doesn't matter which language. And it's something that's, I think, everybody can enjoy the company, because when you drink it, everybody drinking water. And when you start drinking this water, you're going to notice it's very light and you're going to like it. And then, of course, after you see the benefits in yourself, you're going to start remember your friends, you're going to start to remember your auntie, your uncle, your cousins. And then it's going to go like, oh my God, I have this one needed in another country. And then you can enjoy work with us, and you're going to be the door for these people. So that's why when you hear and listen, the person who brought you here, just talk to him, talk to her, and say, please, I need to drink this water. I need to try. If you are already drinking the water, just come and work with us. You're going to be the first ones in UK. And there's so many countries. You can be in your own country for the first one. Can you imagine it? You just need to bring 6 person, just 6. And you can get one in Portugal, one in Jamaica, one in Toronto, one in America, one in Africa, in Nigeria. Doesn't matter. 6 person. And then you're going to help them. Each one bring 6 as well. That's it. And that's why we're going to grow here. The company going to spread. This is the way we're going to be able to show. Today in the morning, we have a meeting with the owner. And it's so nice to listen to him, because he's always come to the meeting. So you're going to have a chance. It's not like you would go and say, okay, I don't know where's the company. I don't know this person, but we have the address. You can go to Brazil, like I did it. I went to Brazil. I met the owner. And that's why I feel so much love in the company, because they talk about healthy. And they get the testimony in Brazil and take it to the Federal Congress. So this company is everything properly. It should be properly. Everything is right. Because, of course, they keep look after, because they want to grow. This is something just started in Brazil. But now it's time to open the door. A lot of people need this project. And that's why, for me, it's a bless came in my hands. And today they ask you, what is your dream? What's your dream? And then what make you stay in this company? Did you make something come true? So some dream come true? I just write there and I say, yes, I'm helping people in Africa. This was my dream. And I didn't know how I'm going to do that, but that was my dream. And today I've been helping people be healthy with the water in Africa. And this for me is a bless. We have a very good doctor in Nigeria, and this doctor is been helping people in there. He's giving water. Can you imagine it? I start something and I say yes for this project, because I say yes. Now everybody's here and we are helping people in Africa. So when you say yes, it's not just for you. And when you say no, it's not just for you. It's going to be for a lot of people close to you. You're going to be close the doors. So I'm glad I say yes for this project. I'm glad I'm 4 years in this project. And I told him, I talk about this project every single day, because it's impossible to not talk about this project. Everybody needs to know about. And of course, everyone have to decide, I want or not. Yeah. But just think, when you say no, don't even want to try, you are saying no for so many people as well. Because when you see the result, it's like you find a good doctor. You want to tell everybody. If he saves someone's life, you love it, you're going to tell everybody about this person. So people deserve to know about this project. And it's something so amazing. You just put it here. And it's for life. It's not something every month the person needs to get it. Just the green one is 3 years' time. It's a long time. And the blue, if they look after, for 30 years, for life. So that's what makes me crazy about this project. And now the doctor make the water, and the sick people come to the hospital, get the water and take home. He's giving water. Can you imagine it? So this is something a bless. So I really hope everybody come and enjoy with us, and we can grow and spread this. This is my dream. Today, Harold put 2 people today. So this is amazing. Yeah, just today, another 2 started. And Jacqueline is here. She being activated. She paid on Friday and activate today. And we have another one as well. Is going to activate today as well. So this is a bless. It's really a bless. So thank you very much, Leroy. Thank you so much to say yes for the company and bring so many people here. Amazing. Thank you.
Bless you. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will be getting this recording out as soon as possible. Share it with those who couldn't make it, and look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. So, have a fantastic week, and let me put this call to a close.